Hello everyone! Today I wanted to talk about the top 10 things I would like to see in My Singing Monsters in the future. So this list is going to be going from the least things I want to see to the most things I want to see, but of course I want to see them all put in, otherwise I wouldn't be making this list at all. So it would be very cool if they did get implemented, but obviously it's unrealistic to think that, they're all going to get implemented. So we'll have to wait and see if they do, but I think it's cool to speculate, isn't it? So anyway, let's delve in. So number 10. I would like to see different island skin boosts and them to take away the in-app purchase icon jumping at players. It's a great way for players to show support buying the in-app purchase for skins. I think it's a really good way to show support to the monster handlers, but I don't think it's great that it's bouncing. It sets a bad example for the game. I like supporting the monster handlers, but the game is for everyone, and if children see this, I don't think it's great. They are being pointed to make a purchase in the game. It should be their choice after all, and I don't think it's really a good idea. I want to see more boosts as well. Putting more boosts in is a really good idea, I think. Now, unfortunately, the free skins we have in game currently do all the same boosts. I was really surprised when I saw that, because I was like, oh my god, they're definitely going to have different boosts in, but they didn't, and it really took me by surprise. They're pretty high tier item skins. You have to pay $10, £10 where I am to get them, and it's a lot of money that players are putting into them, and the fact that they don't have different boosts when they said that perhaps going to look into it, it were a bit shocking to me, to be honest. I think it was a missed opportunity. I really hope future island skins do have boosts, because that would be really cool. Number 9. Dawn of Fire improvements. I suggested these ideas to the Big Blue Bubble support team literally a day after the 2.0 update came out, but I want to see Cloud Island's grid fixed as well. That's just something that I have with the game right now. That's an issue that I'm encountering, because the grid is off, and when you try and move monsters, you can see it's off, and I don't really like it. So can you fix the grid, please? I know that's a bug, but still I wanted to bring it up. And I want to be able to store monsters in the market on outer islands like decorations can be. As even with the expansion to the islands now, you can't place 6 of every monster, because you have 6 including the prismatics and the regular version, and you're not gonna have enough room eventually. This would allow players to teleport as many monsters as they want to and get all the prismatics as they release. As I've mentioned, there would eventually not be enough room. Number 8. I want the schedule for new content to be consistent, like in the second half of 2019. Big Blue Bubble needs to think about when things should come out and have content every week where possible, because that would be amazing, let's be real. I mean, that might be a bit unrealistic every week, but if we could perhaps separate content out, if we're not going to have things on weeks and then have something new every week, that would be cool. Because going from 2019, we know the sort of development behind it, and we know that we could be getting something every week if it was planned out correctly, I believe. So it would be really cool if we could get something every week. I know that's a big expectation right there, but I think it would be just so cool for him to do that. Rather than 2 epics coming out at once, for example, spread them out. Or rather than an update coming out for Dawn of Fire at the same time as another in a week, spread it out. No shame to Fairy Island and the Dawn of Fire update though. That makes sense why that was placed there. It was literally before the festive season, and obviously they're not going to bring it out in the festive season because they too want to experience the holidays and be with family and everything. So we completely respect that, don't we? But in other cases, I think it doesn't make sense to update both games at the same time, or something similar where you're getting 2 of something or something like that, like I've previously mentioned. So I would like to see a regular schedule throughout the year, and I want to see Dawn of Fire make regular appearances in the schedule throughout the year too, with new prismatic monsters and perhaps updates. Dawn of Fire is going to have more of a presence this year, I think, especially going from the 2.0 update. I think there's lots of potential for it, and honestly, if you do not have Dawn of Fire, you should definitely pick it up now, because it's a really awesome game. They've updated everything and it's just amazing. I really advise you all to go and check it out. Number 7. New rares and epics, and perhaps a new monthly set of monsters. Okay, so let's talk about rares and epics first. Now, as for the rares and epics, throughout 2019 we got a rare and epic pretty consistently, and it really livened things up for the game. In places where we weren't getting as much content, perhaps before updates, and just on weeks where we weren't getting anything big, like big updates, you don't get them every, like, week, do you? So having them rares and epics just really livened things up, and I want to see new rares and epics for sure, because I love rares and epics, because it really kept the game alive last year, and I really want to see them do that in the future. I want to see loads more rares and epics. I want them to continue with rares and epics like forever, because they're amazing. It's really cool to see monsters as well in different forms. Really, really cool. I'm really enjoying the prismatics so far. I'm really excited to see what path they're going to carve with the new prismatics. I imagine they're going to be really cool, and I want to see the rest of them. Just keep going with rares and epics and prismatics. They're really cool. Anyway, so the new monthly set of monsters I mentioned, we currently have rares and epics, like I've mentioned, coming consistently, but other monsters coming consistently, like the Wublins/Celestials did, would be cool and add something for us to look forward to besides the epics and rares. And what I'm saying by look forward to, I'm not saying like, oh, a big update. I'm saying like something monthly to look forward to, which we know is going to be there, because I think that would be really cool. The Celestials and Wublins, they just add something special to them because of how they're spread out. Now, I'm not saying I absolutely love the Magical Islands and when they all come at once, so please don't get rid of that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying is perhaps there could be a new island as well as the Magical Islands that isn't related to the Magical Islands itself, or perhaps just a new species of monster that comes out monthly, which we can expect. I think that would be really cool and add something else to the schedule that isn't currently there, and it would be just really cool to see. I really want to see them do something like that. Perhaps this could involve the mythicals too, as I really want to see them expand on the idea of mythicals, because we've only got Yarstridge and Gajoob. While that is amazing, do not get me wrong, I would love to see more mythical monsters, the element and everything. I just love it. I want to see more. I want to see more behind this monster class. Don't keep me with just two. Expand on it more. We've got them in game now. It's absolutely phenomenal, but what would be even more phenomenal? It would be if they expanded on them, because we've had them for quite a while now. We've had them for a few months now, haven't we? And I think it would be a really good time to perhaps just start getting more mythicals out there. Number 6, I want Water Island Wordos to be good. Yes, you heard it right. Water Island Wordos to be good. Now, whilst Plant Island and Cold Island Wordos are okay, I don't really like Cold Island Wordos as much as Plant or Air, and Air is just phenomenal. Air Island set a big, good example for the game on what Wordos can do to a song. Air Island Wordos are by far my favourite Wordos that are in game currently, and they really added to the song. They didn't just be there, they weren't a nuisance or anything like on Cold Island. I am so sorry to talk about. I don't really like Talker on Cold Island that much. I am so sorry, guys. I know a lot of you love Talker and Magpie on Cold Island, but they're not really my favourites. I really like Air Island Wordos. I didn't even realise how much better the Wordos could be until I saw the Air Island Wordos, and I was like, whoa. And it just made me realise, whoa, what if every island got this sort of update when the Wordos come? And that would be phenomenal. I really want to see that. Hopefully we perhaps see Earth Island Wordos this year too, but if past years are anything to go off, ever since 2017 we have got 2 new Wordos each year, so I think we can only expect the Water Island Wordos, unfortunately, but it would be really cool if we got the Earth Island Wordos too. So yes, for number 6, I would like to see the Water Island Wordos be good and just add something to the song and not just be there, perhaps like the Cold Island Wordos. Oh, I am so sorry. Number 5, more lore. I would love to see more lore for the game, and I think it just makes elemental classes and islands just a bit more special. Like when Firehaven was revealed, the biggest one of all. That is so huge. The fire element is so special to me now, and I'm sure it is for all of you, and it's because of the lore that was added to the element and how the continent split up and how we'd lost them for ages and we found them, and that was such a big moment for us all, and I want to see something like that again. I want to see more of a connection to monsters. I want to know about these monsters. I want to know what sort of plot is behind them. I want to more lore behind monsters and islands. Wubbox creating the Wublins, and most of all, like I've mentioned, the Firehaven reveal and the fire element. They're just amaze me in ways that other monsters don't, and I want to see more lore behind things. Number 4, rewards for completing the Book of Monsters. Currently, you don't get a reward for completing the Book of Monsters or certain steps of the book. So I think that perhaps when you complete an island or something, or a set species of monster, you should get a reward, because I think players work really hard to fill their book up, and you don't get anything like that. Like I've mentioned in my Fire Elemental video, where I've talked about more Fire Elementals coming, go and check that out if you haven't. I will link it in the cards above. But I thought that a fire escape could be just a really cool idea. Adding a fire escape would bring the opportunity for more fire elementals to be added. Obviously, Big Blue Bubble, you take my ideas. Like, you can take any idea I come up with for all I care. But, you know, the fire escape would be just such a cool idea. Bring back the other fire elementals and give us a reward for completing the Book of Monsters. It's really hard to get all the rares and epics. I want a reward for that. Like, that'd be cool. You know what I mean? Number 3. Do something with the lore behind Titans, Colossals, and Glubbers. It would be just so cool to get something behind this lore, because the lore has been added to the game now. We know about Titans like Harvard and Kroflaft, but the thing is, I want to see them do something with that lore. I don't want to see them just put it there and do nothing with it. In my past theory as well, in the monster scene, we worked out where Party Island and the Glubber should be. I think it would be cool to just add something to them. I want to see the Colossals wake up. That is something that I just cannot explain to you enough. That would add such a huge amount of something to the game. It would add pizzazz. Like, I want to see that. I want to see the Colossals wake up and contribute to the song. I want to see the islands expand. I want more beds. I want... Like, honestly, I could keep this list going. Like, it was hard to condense it into 10, but anyway, yeah, I would like to see him expand on the lore behind them. I want to see where the Glubbers are. I want to see what has happened to the Glubbers. We know the ocean is there. The Glubbers must still be there. We know the Party Island remains have gone, apparently, but we located the Glubber in the Monster Scene Theory video. Go and watch that again if you haven't. But I want to see more lore. Just give it me, Big Blue Bubble. We know Titans move and the huge creatures, and I want to see that come into effect. How does it affect him? I want to know. I just want him to expand on it. Number 2. More magical islands. I want to see more magical islands. Magical islands are the best thing going for the game. No joke, they are my absolute favourite thing going for the game at the moment. A new set of monsters coming all at once. It's absolutely fantastic. You can't beat it. You really can't. Updates cannot beat that unless you add that colossal one, in which case I will freak out. But seriously, I want to see more magical islands. They're so unique, and the old system of natural islands breeding monsters and obtaining them and completing the song, that is exactly what the game is, and I want to see them continue them sort of islands. Them islands are by far my favourite set of islands. Don't get me wrong though, I absolutely love new mechanics. I want to see a new mechanic too. Let's add that in there. I want to see a new mechanic. I'm getting too ahead of myself here. I'm having too much fun with this, but like, we're only on number 2. Maybe I should have done like 20 things out of what I want to see out of the game. Or maybe even 30. Let's make it 30. But no, I want to see more magical islands. I want to see a new mechanic. I want to see more islands. That's what I want to see. I want to see him expand on the concept behind islands. I love rares. I love epics. They are by far my favourite thing behind islands and my favourite mechanic implemented into the game. But don't get me wrong, I would love to see a new mechanic too. We can't have tons and tons and tons and tons of natural islands and then, well, natural-esque islands, let's call them, because they are magical islands, aren't they, what we're on about here? But I'm just going to call them natural-esque islands because you breed monsters and then you hatch them and then they become a part of the song, don't they? You know what I mean. Anyway, I want to see him expand on that, but also don't forget about, oh, hey, we could implement new mechanics too. I don't want to see him, like, add tons and tons and tons and tons of magical islands and then be like, oh, we'll add more natural islands and bum, 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 bum. I want to see more mechanics too, like Wobbling Island and Starhenge and Dawn of Fire and the continent in Dawn of Fire. So more magical islands, whilst not forgetting about, oh, hey, we can add more mechanics, would be cool. When the magical islands finish, I want to see an island with all of the new magical monsters, perhaps, as well. I think that would be really cool. And I don't want to see it like Gold Island, as we've had that mechanic already. I want to see a new mechanic, perhaps teleporting or something. Teleporting hasn't been used really as much as what I think it could be. I think teleporting would be a good way, perhaps, to implement an island like this. I'm unsure, though. It really depends on what Big Blue Bubble wants to do, but I do want to see a new mechanic when the magical islands do finish. And number 1, I want to see My Singing Monsters quality of life features. I know I'm putting this at number 1, get me? Oh god, putting this in front of new islands. What is going on in my head? Well, I'll tell you what's going on in my head. At the moment in game, it could be a lot better, I believe. There are features that really drastically need looking at, and I think this is a really good time to do it. I don't know why, but the time feels right. Dawn of Fire has just been updated, and all of the mechanics, and it's absolutely phenomenal now. It's so much better. But the thing is, it made me realise, oh hey, look at all these things that need improving in My Singing Monsters. Like, they've needed improving for quite a while, don't get me wrong, but the list is now like flowing. It's like overflowing. It's bursting. We need them quality of life features right now. So let me go into what I think really seriously needs looking at. So first of all, as you all know, I want a path and decoration system. Now, quality of life features, before we do get started with this, I just want to clarify they are features that would improve the overall mechanics of the game and make it a more better experience for players. So a path and decoration system is definitely needed right now, I would say. Decorations are such a hassle to put down, and paths, oh, don't get me started on paths. Paths are an absolute nightmare. I just want to be able to place paths as I want. I want to tile them along. I want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to be going, oh, place, buy again, place, buy again. And it takes absolutely forever. It takes hours upon hours. It takes a full day to decorate. And I am not even kidding. It will take you hours upon hours to just decorate one island with paths. And that is insane for a modern day game. And I just want to see a new path and decoration system. I want to decorate my islands like I want to decorate them. At the moment, my fire islands, my fairy islands, psychic island and fire islands, they're not even decorated. I don't want to decorate them because paths take that long to place down. Natural islands, of course, I've had them a long time. Of course, I have had the time to place them down, but I don't know. I just don't want to place them down on my fire islands and magical islands and everything until I have the opportunity to be able to place them down in a way that's quick and fast, like it should be, I believe. So I just really want to see that implemented. I want to be able to decorate my islands like I want to decorate them, not how the game tells me because it's too much. I want to decorate, I want to get my creativity out there. That's what islands are for. You create your own island, and I think it's a really big thing that needs improving.
Oh yeah, I've got a few out. I'll have to redecorate my island soon. I've actually just asked Big Blue Bubble how to remove paths quicker and if you could help me doing this, because I mean I spent about 5 hours on putting each path down on every island. So that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I can't spend that much time on it again. That's why it took me so long to decorate.
And then the next thing, you can see why my list is literally overflowing here. I could talk about this for minutes upon minutes, literally. Probably the whole video, to be So we need a collect all button as well. That's the next thing. So currently in Dawn of Fire, you have a collect all button. And in My Singing Monsters, it's a feature that has been requested for ages. It's never been requested in Dawn of Fire. So when it was implemented, I was like, whoa, this is getting implemented in Dawn of Fire before My Singing Monsters. What is going on here? Like, this is crazy. It really was crazy. My mind could not process why the button hadn't been added to the original game before Dawn of Fire. In Dawn of Fire, it has proved to be an amazing asset though, and I want to see it be implemented into the original game. There is literally no reason for them not to implement such a feature. I seriously can't think of a reason why they wouldn't want to. Obviously, it does take time to collect coins and everything, and Perhaps they want players to spend more time in the game, I don't know, but it doesn't really make sense. I'm still gonna go in my game and collect my coins, it's just gonna create less hassle for me, and I want to see a collect all button. Perhaps it's something that we can unlock after doing something, perhaps, or reaching a certain level. That would be cool. It would add something for players to look forward to getting, but maybe it's a feature that just needs to be there, because Dawn of Fire has it, and maybe it wouldn't be fair to put it behind a wall for players. And next, I want friends to be updated. Right. If we go through my friends list right now, it's all black icons, it's all monster icons, it's a mess, and it makes it really hard to find friends. Currently, I have inaccessible friends, so people who have added me like after my friends list got full, I can't even see them, so that's a bit of an issue on my side. Obviously, players might not experience that, but I would like to see that improve personally, as this is my list. But I would also like to see the torch lighters to actually appear in the torch lighters tab, because right now some players that are in the torchlighters tab don't even like your torches, so I'm like, why are you in here? Get out! When I'm reading my list. So I want to see that improved. I want to be able to add my own icon. Dawn of Fire got it right. I want to be able to add monster icons. I want to be able to add my own icon. I want Facebook and all that to get lost. They've removed the integration from breeding structures in regard to lowering the breeding times for monsters, and I think it was much needed. That it was an old feature that just needed to go, and this is the same right here. We need to get rid of that, and we need to add a feature for players to add their own icons that can be accessed from the menu. We have tons of monster icons for the breeding structures, so why can't we just use them? That would be an idea, wouldn't it? We could use them. I would like to see other ones as well, though. Perhaps we could have, of course, the element as well for each island as well. So if the fairy element, plant element, fire element, made them icons and add other icons. It would be really cool to do that. Imagine getting a colossal update where the colossals finally wake up and then I can add their icon in game. That would be phenomenal. I want to see something like that. You know what I mean? I want to put my icon as latest monster coming out. Oh, check out that rare. Oh, wallaby. Oh, I'll put that as my icon. Oh, there we got rare Capricorn right up my alley. Up we go. You know what I mean? There should be a search bar as well in Friends, I think. I think adding a search bar would make it a lot easier to find friends. I don't want to flick through tons of friends. I want to just be able to search them up. Oh, check them out. I want to search them up. I've watched their video. MSN Poker Gamer. There we go. The layout needs to be better too, so you can see more friends. Like, I don't want to see like 6 or 5 friends on each page either. I want to see more friends than that. I think the top rank got it right because they have 10 people or whatever showing up on the top rank, and that is right. I think we should get like 10 on either page, and perhaps we should just be able to scroll through them, maybe even like 50 friends on a page. That would make it way easier, and an option to change how many friends you want to see on a page. Like adding that optimization it really needs right now would be really cool, and adding a way for you to change your display name in the actual friends menu would be much appreciated, so people can see they are called new player. I don't understand why it's in the options tab. People aren't going to go in the options tab as much as they would go in the friends menu, and lots upon tons of players are called new player right now. So I want to see these new players change their display name. So it would be cool if we could add a display name changer into the friends menu rather than the actual options. I want to see an improved map. I told you this list is never ending for number 1. This is why it's number 1. We need a quality of life. We need My Singing Monsters 3.0. I think that is the number 1 thing we need right now in game. And so let's continue, I guess. We need an improved map because it's getting tiresome and too full, the map currently. What I mean by tiresome is literally it takes absolutely ages to just spin around. So if I want to get to, let's see, Firehaven to Plant Island, I'll have to press the button down and then it'll take like 5 seconds, and I'm like, well, I could have just tapped it on the old map, you know what I mean? It would have took me straight there. Instead, I'm having to like float around this map, and I don't like it. So I think it would be good to stick to the old layout as well, because I think that was the most efficient way for people to check out their islands. Now, obviously, it got full, the old map. What I'm referring to by the old map, by the way, I'll put a screenshot up now. This was the best map by far. You could just tap every island and it'd take you there. That was amazing. And and they need to add something like this, I think. Now, you might be thinking, how are they going to do this? Because it's quite big now, the amount of islands we have, and they keep adding more. I think we should get folders. I think the 5 natural islands should be kept separate. We should have a folder for fire islands, magical islands. Obviously, I'm saying the natural islands should be kept separate because them are the ones that players experience the most. I think plant, cold, gold, air, water, earth should be kept separate, and then the rest should be put in folders. So you can have your Misc islands like Tribal Island, Ethereal Island, Sugarbush Island, all in one folder, perhaps, and then you could have the waking up sort of feature in one. Obviously, I'm not sure what exactly they would call these folders. They'd have a better idea than me. But this would allow them to add the functionality back, because once you click on a folder, it'd just take you to another map menu and it'd show you the things. And I think that would be a lot better just to click and then be there, rather than whoa, we're floating around the menu, the carousel feature in the map. I think it's time to get rid of that. I think, yeah, I've always loved the old map best, and I would love to see the old map return. It would add a layer of nostalgia as well, let's say. I just love the old map. Bring the old map back. I don't want the carousel. I want to be able to get there straight away. I thought the other map they added was in the wrong direction as well. It was too small. It was cool to see an idea of what the monster world looks like on there, but I don't want to really see that. I just want to tap and be there straight away to the island that I want to go to. And now the last thing, which you probably all predicted by now, because we've gone on about it quite a bit on my channel. So currently in game, combined with the rares and the epics and the naturals, on the natural islands we don't have enough beds at the moment, and on fire islands epics are being added and rares with the rare fire elementals, and epics are coming like sort of slowly, but they're on the way. I imagine epic fire elementals will happen eventually too. That will not pass Big Blue Bubble, because fire elementals are such a special elemental class and they will not let that slip through. I think we will definitely see epic fire elementals when rare fire elementals are done, but I would like to see more bed space. That would be cool. Now, the actual epics themselves don't contribute to the song, so I wouldn't actually mind so much if they just add hotel space. Like, literally just add another hotel upgrade and I will be fine. I'll be well on my way. But we need at least another 40, 50, well, let's go with 50 actually, because we need 50, because at the moment I use beds for putting away my epics and things, but I want to keep monsters that I want to keep as well, so the hotel should definitely get another upgrade, I feel like. Even if they don't, you know what, if they don't want to add the island expansion, I want to see the Colossals, don't get me wrong, that is like something I really want to see, but if they don't want to expand the islands, just adding another hotel upgrade would be fine. I think that would really work out well, and whilst it would be cool to have rares, epics and naturals on an island, I've thought about it, and it would be hard to put in so much space, and it'd require literally so much formatting of the game and changing it and making it zoom out more and things, and it might make it lag. I don't know. There's lots of complications behind it. Perhaps it's just a better idea to put in more hotel space instead. I would be fine with that, to be fair, but we don't have enough room at the moment, so they just need to fix that. So hotel space, perhaps a storage update as well, upgrade, sorry. That would be cool, because we'll probably be getting more decorations as well as we go, and it is getting quite full now, so that would be something cool to add as well. So yeah, that is all of the quality of life features. That is my #1 thing, and I feel like that's been like most of the video. So anyway, I just want to bring up one last thing before we end the video, because I didn't know where to put it in, but I wanted to talk about it. So My Singing Monsters Live right now is on YouTube, and this is something that I want as well, but again, like I've just said, I don't know where to put it in the list. It's a bit of a weird thing as well to put in a My Singing Monsters list. What features you want to see in game? And at the moment, it's on YouTube. It's been streamlined, so it's smaller, the episodes, but they've cut certain sections, like the discussion discussion and things, and I was watching it, and when I originally heard about it, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. They're going to streamline it down so more people can watch it and be exposed to what they're saying in each episode, because more people will likely watch each episode because of how it's short. So I thought that's going to be great if they can condense it down. But what appears to have happened is the like heartwarmingness of it all and everything is just been sort of took away, and I'm not really a fan of that. So I would like to see My Singing Monsters Live perhaps go back on Twitch as well to the old format, or make a return to the old format on YouTube. I don't feel like it was a good idea to put My Singing Monsters Live on YouTube in the first place, but that's a whole other discussion. It's still getting the same viewer count, it's still being exposed to the right amount of players. I thought it was a really good idea having the YouTube premieres on YouTube air live because they're big events, and I feel like it's sort of not that great that My Singing Monsters Live is on YouTube now. I preferred them uploading them as well, and I liked watching the monster handlers have fun, and now it feels like they're trying to get through things, and it's just lost that sort of relaxed nature to it and everything, and I would like to see it return to the old format. Anyway, here's my list. We've finally completed the list. Oh, this video is long. I've only just checked that timer, jeez. Okay guys, I will see you all later. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.